Good morning, everyone. Today, I'll be discussing on how status to sustainability that is shifting consumer behavior in marketing take place. Good morning, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. It's a privilege to be here in an inspiring conference to discuss a transformation that is redefining marketing and indeed our shared future. For decades, marketing has been all about aspiration, about prestige, exclusivity, and the symbol of success. Brands sold dreams and products became status markers. Consumers are no longer asking about about what does the brand say about my wealth. Rather, they are talking about what does it say about my values. This is the shift in consumer as we see today. So the new aspiration is not to look rich, but to live responsibly. Sustainability, ladies and gentlemen, has become the new status symbol. But if we see in the 20th century, consumer behavior was shaped by what the economist Veblen called conspicuous consumption. That is the idea people buy things to show off their wealth and social standings. For example, luxury was all about visibility. A Rolex watch, a Louis Vuitton bag, that were not just possessions, they were statements. But today the world has changed. Climate anxiety have increased, social inequalities widen, and digital transparency made it impossible for the brands to hide what happens behind the scenes. So now the question has shifted from how does it costs or how much does it cost and to what at what cost today. So it is a defining question of our era whereby the modern consumers want to be seen not as a affluent but as aware, not as powerful but a purposeful. So when we see the conscious consumers, they have changed to be purpose driven, value aligned, digitally empowered, and demand transparency. For them, consumption isn't about convenience, it is the act of identity. Every purchase from a coffee cup to a car is a way of saying, this is who I am. They are my values I live for. That is the reason 73% of Gen Zs say sustainability influences their purchase decisions. They don't want perfection from brands, they want authenticity. So, in this new world, transparency has been replaced advertising as the most powerful marketing tool. If we if we see today the studies, we can see that consumers they demand sustainability. Consumers expect luxury goods companies to engage in sustainability. According to a report by Boston Consultancy Group and Colbert, 60% of the luxury consumers agree that sustainability plays an important role in their purchasing decision. Even the Bain and Company, one of the leading consulting firm, have also talked about the interest in sustainability in luxury segment. If we see the brands like Gucci, so again it talk about how luxury meet responsibility through the Gucci equilibrium, whereby they talk about carbon neutrality, circular production, and how they look into eco-friendly designs. So they are defining luxury as a responsibility with elegance. Another example is Patagonia, whereby they told customers, don't buy this jacket. That campaign urged people to consume mindfully, and it worked. Sales rose, loyalty deepened, just because authenticity sells better than aspirations. Even the Unilever, with their sustainable living brands such as Dove and Ben and Jerry's, they talk about how 50% faster than the rest of the portfolio because of this aspect of sustainability. Their formula was purpose embedded in profit. Similarly, Tesla whereby innovation as a sustainability status symbol. Owning an electric car isn't about sacrifice, it is about sophistication and intelligence. So these brands, they have proved powerfully that doing good and doing well are not two different parts. They are the same part of the same coin. So from shift, it is not about cultural change. It is about the social change too. That is sustainability as a new social capital. Ethical behavior is a sign of intelligence and leadership. This is what I call conspicuous conservation. The idea that ethical behavior, environmental sustainability, and responsibility have become a vital marker of intelligence and leadership. The reusable cup, the electric vehicle, the minimalist lifestyle, they are all symbol of contribution. And this leads to a change. And that is the reason there are five imperatives for sustainable marketing. First, embed sustainability into your brand DNA. That is, it's not a campaign, it's a culture. Embrace transparency, whereby there's no greenwashing, showing the supply chain and how the improvements are needed. Make sustainability aspirational. That is, people should want to join your purpose, not just to buy the product. Engage and co create with the consumers, building their trust through storytelling, programs, and making them partners and not just the targets. Measure and share real impact. That is showing them the numbers, the data, the progress through which the credibility and long term trust can be built. So the brands that will thrive are those that make responsibility desirable, that those in turn doing good into a smarter things to do. Lastly, I just like to say sustainability is the new language of aspiration. We often think of sustainability as a challenge, a constraint on growth, but in truth, it's an innovation. It's an invitation to lead and create meaning. The shift from status to sustainability is not about marketing trend. It's a mirror reflecting who we are becoming in a society. The brands that will lead tomorrow are those that matter today. So the future of the marketing will not be defined by those who sell the most, but by those that matter the most. So today we sustain to make a difference. With this, I just like to close and say thank you to all. Thank you so much.